श्री गणेशाय नमः। ओम श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। ओम सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ॐ नमः श्री शङ्करानन्द गुरुपादाम्बुजन्मने सविलासमहामोह ग्राहग्राहैककर्मणे। So now we saw that when we are able to separate existence from Brahmanda, Brahmanda appears to be an illusion, then even then it may appear, but what is the problem with us? There is no problem, difficulty for us if Brahmanda continues to appear even after self-realization that this Jagat is mithya also when it is realized. Okay? So, sadadvaitat pratak bhute dvaite bhumyadarupane tattadartha kriya. And moreover, after understanding, the person continues to do activities. Realized man continues to behave in the same way as he used to behave. So, Gurudev used to say, don't expect him to grow a tail or a horn. Okay? There is nothing to show. He just is very simple man. He becomes ordinary person. Then, Sankhya Kanada Bauddhyadehi Jagat Bhedo Yatha Yatha Utprekshate Aneka Yuktya Bhavatu Yesha Tatha Tatha. Now, other philosophers are there. Sankhya Yoga, Sankhya, Kanada, Bauddha, we saw yesterday. All these people speak and support the duality. They say duality is always there. It cannot be eradicated. They have their own concept of Srishti, concept of Jagat, the Jagat Swarupam, Ishvara Swarupam, Mukti, meaning of Mukti. They have their own different terminologies. They say, like Purusha Prakriti Viveka, Bauddha say, Kanika Vijnanavada and Sunyavada. So all those people speak about duality. Jainism, Vaishnavites, so many people. Only Advaitins are standing on one side. Avajñātam sadadvaitam nishankaihi anyavadabihi evam kakshatirasmakam. When Avajñātam sadadvaitam, when duality people, no, the dualists have very confidently reject the Advaita, Siddhanta, Nishankaihi, Anyavadabihi, by other people who argue about in support of the duality. Evam ksha asmakam evam kakshatihi. For us, what is the problem? What is the loss in us? Let them fight. Let them proclaim that the Jagat is dual. We have nothing else to argue with them. So, tad advaitam avajanatam. Okay? Now, Dvaita avajna sustita ched advaite dhihi stira bhaved sthairyahi tasyaha pumanesha jivan mukti dhiryate. Who is jivan mukta? When Dvaita avajna sustita ched. When Dvaita avajna sustita. And one who is firmly disregarding the duality because it is appearance, so I don't have to give any value to it. 100% discount to the duality is given. So he means what? He is undisturbed. No raga, no dvesha. He is undisturbed. I have seen so many people, Mahatmas and Grihastha Mahatmas. Grihasthas, and whatever happen in family, they are undisturbed. They are not insensitive. It is not apathy. It is not irresponsibility. It is not staying aloof. It is not unconcerned. But internally they are undisturbed. That state is difficult. So, sustita chet, then advaite dihi stira bhavet. Then in Advaita, buddhi becomes stira, firm, conviction that Brahma Satyam, Jagan Mithya, Jivo Brahma Ivana Aparaha. This is, that's it. Then, Yesha Puman, Stairyehe, Tasyaha Puman, Yesha Puman, Jivan Mukti Tirite. When the firmness is achieved in this understanding, that Advaitam is unreal, appearance, Advaitam is very firm, he is called Jivan Muktaha. So, what is the state of liberated person? It is said, Yesha Brahmi Sthitif Partha Nainam Prapya Vimuhyati Sthitva Syamanta Kalepi Brahma Nirvana Mritchati Yesha Brahmi Sthitim Partha Nainam Prapya Vimuhyati. Now this is second chapter, 72nd verse, Bhagavad Gita. Last sloka of second chapter. Bhagavan says, Yesha Brahmi Sthitihi. Having explained Sthita Prajna Lakshanas from 55th to 72. Second chapter Gita. We explained how a Sthita Prajna is. A man of liberation. How he behaves. Because Sthita Prajnasya ka bhasha samadhistasya keshava sthitadihi kim prabhasheta kim asita vrajeta kim. How does he move? How does he talk? How does he sit? So Bhagavan Krishna explained. In the last explaining this Brahmi Sthiti, the state of the Brahman, non-dual Brahman. This Brahmi Sthiti Prapya Enam Sthiti Esha Brahmi Sthiti, having gained this Enam Prapya Na Vimuhyati. Again, he will never be deluded by form, by Jagat, by duality. He is no more deluded. That's it. Enam prapya vimuhyati. Na enam prapya na vimuhyati. And Bhagavan says, Asyam antakale api stitva. No, listen carefully. Even at the time of death. One meaning is at the time of death. We will go by that meaning first. We will see other meanings later on. Having established even at the time of death, in this state, Brahma Nirvana Vrachyate. You attain that Brahma Nirvana. You attain that Supreme Brahman. Meaning what? You all have chance to realize till the last moment of your life. All the best. Don't think realization happens on its own. That will come, one day it will come, one day it will happen, one day it will happen. Gurudev said in commentary, majority of people wait for Vairagya to descend in them so that they can pursue spiritual path. They say, Vairagya has not come yet in me. One day it will come. What? Vairagya. Gurudev wrote, one day it will come to me, Vairagya. That day I will give up everything. In this thought, most of us are living. In Tamil, they say, Adi varum, Eppa varum Paramananda. Adi varum. Varum means it will come, it will come, it will come. It will come, it will come. Vairagya will not come on its own. So, with effort, if you are living, even at the last minute, if you are established in that, you can realize the truth. Stitva asyam antakal. Asyam means in this state. In the state of Brahman, asyam. Now, what is the meaning of antakala? He explained now. Antakala means what? Which antakala? Sharira antakala or ajnana antakala? Ajnana antakale. Some people take it Sharira antakala, no problem. That also can be taken. But which antakala you are talking about? Here is Sattva Advaita Vijarani Muni clarifies. Sadadvaite nrute dvaite yadanyonyaikyya vikshanam tasyantakalastadbhedaha buddhireva na cetaraha. Sadadvaite nrute dvaite yadanyonyaikyya vikshanam tasyantakalastadbhedaha buddhireva na cetaraha. Now this sloka needs little explanation. Sadadvaite, anrute dvaite. Two things we have to do. The Sat Vastu is Advaitam, non-dual. We must realize that there is existence, Sadvastu. Okay. Anrute Dvaite, and Dvaitam is false, illusion. It is not real. I will spend some time in this, very essential. Now, what is Viveka? Discrimination. Discrimination means what? There must be two. Listen carefully. There must be two. They must be two, and they two must be belonging to same state of reality. Then you can discriminate, no? Okay, I will tell you. Discriminate invisible objects from visible objects. Discriminate. So discrimination, when we speak about, there must be belonging to same state of reality. Then I can discriminate. But in Vedanta discrimination, how I should do? When you are not seeing rope, how can you discriminate rope and snake separately? So what is happening now in our perception? We have mixed it up with Sat and Asat and seeing. Anyonya Adhyasa. Sat is not seen as Sat Advaitam, but Jagat is seen as Sat, existing. Like, silver seen in the shell. In Pañcadaśi, these examples, this analysis will come in subsequent chapters. Bhayankar analysis will be done. Anyonya Adhyasa. Now, when you see superimposition of silver on shell, what is happening? You are superimposing like rope on the snake. Anyonya Aikya Vikshanam. You are not able to separate it. You are able to see Jagat and existence as one. We are unable to see the pure existence separated from Jagat. If you are able to separate, Jagat disappears. But as long as you are seeing Asat and Sat as one, that is Ajnana Avastha. When is that Ajnana Avastha ends? When you separate. How to separate? This is Viveka. What is Viveka here? Vedanta Vicharena. Vedanta Vicharena. Therefore, tasya antakalaha, tad bheda buddhireva tasya antakalaha. When you are able to separate clearly, Bheda Buddhi. Bheda Buddhi between what? Sat is different, Asat is different. Superimposed Jagat, Lakshanam is different. Sat Lakshanam is different. Jagat is appearing as Asti Asti only because it borrows the existence from, aspect of existence from the existence, Sat, substratum. And it lends its Nama-Rupa duality to existence. Therefore, existence appears in the form of Nama-Rupa, names and forms. So it mixed up. That mixture is creating confusion in us. So, yad anyonya aikya vikshanam, when you are able to see as one, it is called ajnana sthiti. Tad Bheda Buddhireva Tasya Antakalaha. When you are able to see Bheda Buddhi, what is Bheda Buddhi? Sat and Asat is separated. This Bheda Buddhi here required. This Bheda Buddhi here, what is mentioned here, required. I am able to separate from Asat and Sat. Bheda Buddhi. That Bheda Buddhi is called Antakala. Antakala of what? Ajnana Avastha. So Bheda Buddhi, that Sat and Asat are separate. This is the Antakala, end of ignorance. Nacha itaraha, not the death of the body. When this understanding takes place, you will be established in Brahman. Now clear? As Anyonya Aikya Vikshanam, seeing them as one is Ajnanam, separating Sat and Asat is Jnanam. So that Bheda Buddhi, the differentiation between existence, support and the superimposed Jagat as separate, that is the end Kala, Antakala, end time of ignorance. That is the ignorances, I am just using a first of it. Ignorance is the end time. Last breath of ignorance. Thereafter, ignorance cannot remain. This last breath of ignorance is called as Tasya Tad Bheda Buddhi Eva Tasya Antakalaha Nacha Itaraha, and not any other meaning, not the other one. Other one is not physical death here. Meaning what? When this Bheda Buddhi established in you, which Bheda Buddhi? Don't misunderstand normal Bheda Buddhi. The Bheda Buddhi of between Sat and Asat is established in you. It may get established at the end of the physical time also. It may coincide with that time. It may coincide. But death of the body is not giving you moksha. This clear-cut discrimination between Sat and Asat may happen at the time of death. Purinjida? Understood? Manslayo? Very good. Yad anyonya aikyavikshanam tasya antakalaha tad bheda buddhireva nachitaraha. Or, other sloka already we told you, Yadvantakala pranasya viyogostu prasiddhitaha tasmin kalepi na bhrantehe Gataya punaragamaha Yadvantakala pranasya viyogostu prasiddhitaha tasmin kalepi na bhrantehe Gataya punaragamaha. Or, other meaning we take. I already told you. Other meaning of what? Pranasya antakalaha viyogastu. Pranasya viyogahatu antakalaha. Or you take antakala meaning at the time of death, meaning when pranas get separated from the body. And pranas get separated from the body, they don't get separated from the body easily. It is not a free this one. It will give you terrible pain. More you are attached to body, more pain. Sant Keshavadaji says, one paper is there, I slit into two, not like tearing, I will separate in between. How painful it process it is. That is the process at the time of death, he says. Prana separating from body. Sant Keshavadaji's example. And he says you will experience thousands of scorpions biting at one point. He said, I don't know. So, at that time also, if this happens, yogastu prasiddhataha, tasmin kale api, even at that time, Bhrantehe gatayaha, the one from whom the Bhranti has gone, Bhranti of Deha Bhranti, Asat is real, that Bhranti, that duality is real. For us is what? Jagat Satyam Brahma Mitya. Because we feel Jagat is real. What is Brahman? So, when Bhranti, this kind of delusion, is gone at the time of death also. Otherwise, na punaragamaha. Again, that Bhranti will not come again. Once you realize, oh, this is existence, I am. This Jagat is simply separated from me. Once this experience takes place, never ever again you will be deluded. Once you saw the rope, can you see snake again? I will consciously superimpose no snake on the rope. Try. Bhranti should happen on its own. If you are aware, Bhranti cannot happen. Once I saw the rope, now let me see, reconstruct snake on the rope. See? It's not possible. Na punaragamaha. Again that Bhranti will not come. Na punaragamaha. Niroga upavishto va. Rugno va viluthan bhuvi. Murchito va tyajantvesha. Pranan bhrantirna sarvatha. Niroga upavishto va. Rugno va viluthan bhuvi. Murchito va tyajantvesha. Pranan bhrantirna sarvatha. Now in how such a, okay sir, is there any special way of death for man of realization at the last moment? Because he realized last moment, he may be given a special exit. No, the death also takes place as per prarabdha. सुना आपने मैंने क्या कहा? Death also, which disease, how many days on bed, how many abuses you have to listen before death from all the people who serve you. If it is you are destined to listen abuses, you will listen to them. You cannot say no. Mahatma 120 not out. Who will serve him, old man? So they will tell Mahatma ji, आपकी मृत्यु कब होगी? महात्मा जी बोलेंगे, I am also waiting for you, बेटा क्या करूं? waiting for it. So death also takes with the prarabdha. And how different ways we can die. Somebody dies nirogaha. So many deaths took place in the sleep. One death I know, we know mission member, that one mission member is there. His mother, his father sitting there in the daytime, 11 o'clock. His mother also old lady. She said, I had coffee. She's just taking rest on the bed. He's sitting in the newspaper. Next time, after 10 minutes, she is no more. Not a E, not a U, no body movement, nothing there. No sign of an exit. वो भी नहीं है. How lucky. Nirogaha. Some may be there, BP, give sugar, maybe there, not all that. But then that day, nothing, no disease. Just happily she left. She slept in this loka, got up in other loka. Nirogaha. Such a death is very less people will get. May you all get such a death. Thank you, Bol. अब थैंक यू भी नहीं बोलते, अच्छा विश किया मैंने. थैंक यू नहीं बोला तो फिर उल्टा पुल्टा हो जाएगा, बता रहा हूँ. ठीक है, जो थैंक यू बोला उसको अच्छा हो जाएगा. चलो जाओ. सो नीरोगः उपविष्टो वा, इन सिटिंग फैशन. स्वामी जी कहाँ? I just kept the plate. He was just sitting for food and sat. That's it. He never got up. वहीं पे he collapsed. हो गया. उपविष्टो वा. Some people बातें वहीं. I've seen some सरदार जी भजन गीते गाते अमेरिका में. That video also has come. वाहेगुरु वाहेगुरु वाहेगुरु. चला गया से. वो हारमोनियम, ये मुख्य सिंगर ही was मुख्य सिंगर. उपविष्टो वा, रुग्णो वा. अरे बापा, डिजीज्ड. Daily he is praying, when will I go, when will I go, when will I go. Diseased va. Vilutan va. Vilutan means, rolling on earth with great pain. Screaming. Heavy pain they die. Murchitova, coma. And coma fellows, they don't know what is happening in the world outside, and everybody will have tension till he goes away. Chajatu esha prana. In all this way, in any one of these ways, let the life from the body be thrown away. Withdrawn in any of this fashion, above said fashions. It has nothing to do, in whatever way you die. Once you realize before death what that state, you will not be deluded again. It has nothing to do with the way you die. इतने महात्मा हैं फिर भी उनको हार्ट अटैक हुआ. It has nothing to do with the heart attack and his mahatmaness. Nothing to do with it. All great Mahatmas, they suffered in the hospital for many days, operated, suffered. You suffering according to you. But they are never deluded. न सर्वथा। दिने दिने स्वप्न सुप्त्योः अधीते विस्मृतेऽप्ययम् परेद्युर्नानधीतः स्यात् तद्वद्विद्या न नश्यति। दिने दिने स्वप्नसुप्त्योः अधीते विस्मृतेऽप्ययम् परेद्युर्नानधीतः स्यात् तद्वद्विद्या न नश्यति. An example is given. Dine dine swapna suptyoho adhite vismrte api. In the when what suppose you have studied your by hearted Vishnu Sahasranama, Lalita Sahasranama, Balyar Guide 1, Balyar Guide 2, by hearted taka tak tada tad from first to bottom turn. In waking plane. The moment you go to dream, you forget. In the deep sleep state, you don't know anything. Dine dine swapna suptyoho adhite vismrte api. Whatever you have studied, vismrti bhavati. Whatever you have studied in the waking plane, you forget it. Ayam puredyuhu na anadhitaha. Same person who had forgotten. Next day, he is not anadhita. Anadhita means not the one who had not studied. He is adhita only. Meaning, everything comes back to memory. He had studied, went into deep sleep, dream state, forgot everything at that moment. But he woke up, he remembers everything. Tadvad vidya na nashyati. Because in this above said death, murcha mein mar gaye, unconsciously died, in that he became Jivan Mukta, but at that last moment he suffered, the body suffered. What happened to his enlightenment? The moment he leaves the body, his knowledge shines. He shines in his own existence as self. So disease and death has nothing to do. It won't create any loss of knowledge. Loss of experience will not take place. The non-dual experience of that Brahman is never lost even after death. Similarly. After death is lost because he died in a horrible death. In the dying process he forgot everything. No. Just as Sapna he forgot everything, but he woke up, everything he remembered. Suddenly after leaving the body, he shines in his own glory. So don't worry, knowledge is never lost, experience is never. Meaning what, once the Bhranti is goes away, it will never ever come to you again. Antakale, Prayanakale, Antakale. Antakala mein what happens? You may forget the Vidya. No. In whatever way he may die. Vilutan, or sitting, or nirogaha, or rogaha. Any way he can die. At the time of death and murchitova, he may not, people think that he is not conscious or anything. But knowledge is never lost. Okay? Pramanotpadita vidya pramanam prabalam vina nanashyati na vedantat prabalam manamiksyate. Pramanotpadita vidya pramanam prabalam vina nanashyati na vedantat prabalam manamiksyate. Now see, pramana utpadita vidya. Now this that knowledge which is gained through right pramana, Shabda Pramana Vedanta Jnanam. Meaning, whenever you gain, listen carefully, whenever you have gained knowledge through right means, that knowledge is never lost. Like an example I gave you, flower. I saw the flower. It is flower, but is it the means, right means of knowledge to know it is flower? No. It could be artificial flower. Okay. Then second, I touched it. Very soft, very good. It could be artificial. So that pramana in knowing the flower, prabala pramanam is gandha. Touch, sorry. Not gandha. Gandha also may be print. When you go and touch it properly with your own hands, then you will know it is original flower. So that with that right means of knowledge I gained, that knowledge is never destroyed. What is the right means of knowledge of gaining Vedanta? Guru Mukhataha Sravanam. Sitting at the feet of a teacher, listening to scriptures is the only way. There is no other way to get spiritual knowledge. No other way. And the teacher uses right pramana, Veda pramana, Shruti pramana, Smruti pramana, Yukti. So right pramana he uses, gives right pramana. So pramana utpadita vidya. Whatever one with one power, if that vidya has to be destroyed, right? Listen carefully. You have gained a knowledge through right means. Suppose that knowledge, what you have gained through right means is to be destroyed, then you must have prabala pramanam. They must have some other higher means of knowledge, greater means of knowledge to destroy the previous knowledge. For example, I saw the flower pramanam through eyes from a distance. So this pramana is destroyed by higher pramana. What is higher pramana? Touch. Because this eyes can dhoka de sakta hai. When I touched it, it becomes confirmed. Once I touched that, through pramana of touch, I came to know it is a flower and supported by smell also. It's a touch is enough. And then afterwards, you cannot destroy my knowledge by saying that it is not flower. Why? I got that knowledge of flower through right pramana, prabala pramana. Think. A teacher who is Shrotriyam and Brahmanishtam, once he tells, that's it, there is no other pramana required. Understand? You ask your friend, you may get doubt. Something is recording, no? So I kept quiet. Listeners will not have any problem in the radio, in the recording. They listen to pleasant music in between. Another relaxation for listeners. So, prabala pramana. Suppose somebody told me, I asked my friend, he said something. But I have to cross check again because the pramana is not perfect. I doubt. He is also studying like classmate like me. Then I go and ask my professor, who is a double PhD, triple PhD in the physics or chemistry. I go and ask him the doubt. He explained to me with source. Once that pramana is used, I get knowledge which is pakka. Then that knowledge cannot be destroyed. So what is that pramana which we have used in getting this knowledge of realization, Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya, through Veda pramana, Shruti pramana. And therefore, the Vidyarthimuni says, pramana utpadita, if that knowledge has to be destroyed, you must have some other stronger pramana. Like my classmate told something, it can be cancelled by stronger pramana of the professor. Think. So, pramana utpadita vidya, prabalam pramanam vina na nashyati. It can be destroyed only by another stronger means of knowledge. You understand? Now, knowledge of conviction, what you got, it can be destroyed by some other means which is powerful than the means that you have adopted in gaining this knowledge first. And what is the means adopted? Vedanta you adopted. Now, therefore, Vedantat pramalam malam na ikshate. And there is no other powerful means of knowledge other than Vedanta. Therefore, what you have gained through Vedanta pramanam will never be destroyed. It can be destroyed only through another powerful means which is powerful than Vedanta. There is no other Vidya other than Vedanta which is powerful as a means of knowledge. Therefore, what knowledge that you have gained through Vedanta pramana is final. It cannot be destroyed. Pramanotpadita vidya pramanam prabalam vinana nashyati na vedantat pramalam manam ikshate. Okay? Tasmad vedanta samsiddhim sadadvaitam na badhyate antakale pyato bhuta viveka nivritistitaha tasmad vedanta samsiddhim sadadvaitam na badhyate antakale pyato bhuta viveka nivritistitaha. Therefore, tasmad vedanta samsiddhim sadadvaitam na badhyate. So beautiful. That which is established through firm Vedanta, that which is firmly established through Vedanta, what is it established? Sadadvaitam, the non-duality which is established by the Vedanta, na bhadyate, is never denied, it can never be removed. That pramana avidya, whatever you got, it can never be annihilated. It can never be challenged. So beautiful, no? So tasmat vedanta samsiddhim vidya sadadvaitam na bhadyate. Therefore, if you study Vedanta, especially Pañcadaśi, Upanishads, Pañcadaśi gives tremendous clarity. How you have been feeling? Now 2 chapters concluded almost. We are in last sloka of 2nd chapter. What are you feeling? Clarity. And doubt-free knowledge it creates. So therefore, tasmat vedanta samsiddhim. Once you understand this through Vedanta pramana, this adhyatmika vidya, na bhadyate, it never goes. Having studied Vedanta systematically, by anybody, we are still studying systematically. Once we have studied Vedanta, you will have no doubt about Jiva Jagatishvara. No doubts. It's crystal clear. It's only, I have to do sadhana, that's it. I have to establish in that knowledge, full stop. I have to get convinced Conviction and established in the knowledge. That is, conviction should be there. That's it. Once you got convinced, you are realized. That's it. So, antakaleyapi ataha. In this vidya, even at the time of last moment of your life, if you are able to bhuta vivekat, antakaleyapi, even at the last moment, this knowledge which is aroused out of discrimination of bhuta viveka, panchabhuta vivekat, nivrittihi stitaha. One who is then nivritti means in your own self, you stitaha. Even in the last moment of your life, if you are able to discriminate, how long it will discriminate, how long it will take to recognize that this is not snake and it is rope? 2 minutes. 1 minute. 1 second. 1 second you want? 1 second? शर्म नहीं है बोलने के लिए? 1 second. In a moment it happens. That's it. Over. Realized. You don't have to discriminate rope from the snake. You don't have to study the snake, no? Anatomy of snake, physiology of snake. But this is what we are doing. Why so many things required? To realize the truth, you don't need. If you are Gurudev used to say, no, that some people are born to work and teach and they have to study all the textbooks, it seems. Like as prarabdha for us. Because you will ask me, what is the next text? You are not happy with what you have heard, no? Okay, Swamiji, you have taught us so many things. We will give you free food and boarding and lodging. ये होता नहीं इधर. अब अगला टेक्स्ट बताओ. कुछ बोलोगे तो खाना खिलाएंगे, नहीं तो वी विल चेंज आचार्य. देखो भाई कैसे दुनिया है, देखो. So to bluff, we have to learn new bluffs. Antakaleyapi atahi bhuta vivekat nivritti stitaha. You will be established in that. Even at time of Antakala, you will be established in that Brahman. How? Through Bhuta Viveka. If you understand, suddenly you can understand, feeling that this is existence is separate from Brahmanda. Existence is Adharam. Once you understand, you are instantly liberated. Okay? Okay. Sadadvaitam srutam yattat panchabhuta vivekataha bodhum shakyam tato bhuta panchakam pravivichyate. Thus we have studied the first sloka of second chapter. Again, as our tradition, that you have to go and study again. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om Satgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai.